Hello everyone and welcome to a Doctor Who review with me, John Parker, and...
Me, Jack Herring, and today we are reviewing the Doctor Who episode Extremis by Stephen Moffat. Now, of course, as you guys might be aware, this episode is part one of three. Is that correct, John? Because I did hear that this
I
is...
think so.
I did
But
hear that
it's
this is
not
part one
marketed
of...
as it.
Well, no, it won't be, but it's more like a continuation, because it's the whole kind of concept is the same. The main plot, should I say, is the same. So, of course, we are following on from where the Doctor has recently become blind, and the treatment that he received did not work at all. Now, this episode in particular focused on one particular event, but also we finally found out what was inside the vault. However, first, let's just lay out the plot first, and then we'll get into that, because there are one or two things about the vault that I'm not too happy with, to be honest, sort of, but like I said, I'll get to that in a moment. So, the Doctor wandering around and he's like, I don't know, it's like he's wandering around self-pity at the moment. The Doctor receives a message from an unknown source, or he believes to be an unknown source, which is actually from himself, or from other versions of himself, from within a virtual reality. Now, the message from various versions of the Doctor contains details about an imminent invasion on Earth. In regards to the actual aliens behind it, that information is unknown. When he was approached by the Vatican regarding an ancient book called the Veritas, was it Veritas? The Doctor is asked to investigate and work out why people are taking their own lives every time they read a passage from the book. Now, it seems that the book reveals to the reader the fact that the world around them is not real, and that they are basically puppets in a much grander scheme. And of course the Doctor, or the Doctors, if you want to be technical, from other versions of the virtual reality, using the sonic glasses, records each of the events, records the events that each of one of the Doctors is involved with, and sends them outside of the virtual reality to his real self, with all the information containing the invasion and perhaps how to investigate further to prevent it from happening. So, the plot of this episode introduces these aliens, these strange beings that we have absolutely no knowledge about, but also it's more like preparation. Would you agree? A preparation to kind of counteract this invasion. But of course the Doctor has one specific weakness, is the fact that he can't see. I suppose now technically, you know that device he used to regain his eyesight? That wasn't real.
No, it was. We didn't enter the simulation yet at that point.
No, we did.
No, we haven't. It was
Yes.
only when they landed in the Vatican.
John, he received a message. He received a message when he was sitting outside the vault. Remember, at the very beginning, he received...
He was already blind at that time. So when they used the device, though, that was before then.
No, that was after. He
The
received...
device to clear up his eyes was before then.
No, it was after.
No, it wasn't. It was before then.
No, he got an email with Extremis, whatever, on it.
Yeah, he couldn't see through the glasses though. That was a digitized version on the sonic glasses because he still couldn't see.
So we didn't see his real self at all.
Yeah, we did when he was outside the vault.
Yes, but even though the Doctor couldn't see the message coming through, he still received a message when he was sitting outside the vault at the very beginning of the episode.
Yes. His real self was outside the vault, right? He was still blind at this point because this was right after the episode previous, right? So they already tried using a device in his eyes. That cleared up his eyes being white, but it didn't actually save his eyesight. So he was outside the vault and he received the message because at the same time, a digitized version of himself was made by that alien race that was going on at the same time. So the two timelines are going on at the same time, right? So it's not another Doctor, it's just a fake Doctor. And he picked up the message from the fake Doctor because it was all connected to the same tech.
Okay, but how the hell could he have received eyesight from his future self if the other version of the Doctor were blind? The Doctor said, right, that he used that device to regain his eyesight temporarily from a future incarnation.
Yes.
How can that be? Because That doctor wasn't real.
That's because that wasn't him who he gained the eyesight from.
Then who did he get the eyesight from?
That would be one of his future regenerations.
So that device tapped outside the virtual reality into real space, and then got the eyesight from a future incarnation.
That's where it was simulated.
So
that's what happened.
So he didn't really have eyesight. It was just a simulated eyesight.
They were simulating him not having eyesight, and because they were simulating him perfectly, they would have him have that technology. And I'm now really confused because thinking about it, he should technically still be in the simulation. Okay, yeah, there's a bit of a continuity error here.
Oh, right. Okay. See, I mean, there's a point I'll get in a moment about because that actually falls into something else. So now that we've kind of, well, we didn't actually clarify anything, to be honest. That just went completely nuts. There's a few. I mean, this episode left a lot of gaps, which fair enough, being as it is a 3-part, or supposedly a 3-part sequence. What I was expecting was, some sort of like hints along the way about what's going to be really happening. Yet all we got was like bits here and there. That's all we got. It was very jumbled. It was slightly jumbled up.
We know who's in the vault now, at least.
Yeah, and the whole reveal of that was a bit kind of like, well. I mean, I suppose in a way that we all kind of knew who it was going to be anyway, didn't we? It was.
I really did think it was going to be John Sim. I really didn't realise.
So did I.
But alas, now it's Missy, so okay, that's fine.
Personally, I didn't find that very exciting.
Yeah, it wasn't
in
really
all fairness.
Surprising, was it? I'd have preferred it if they'd accidentally opened the vault and saw it at the end of the episode or something.
I mean, it's kind of like, so, after all the crap you've been through in the past series, you've now decided to just go and arrest Missy. Oh, Missy, by the way, it's about time I lock you away now forever. Is that it? Because the way they kind of said that you must protect the vault or whatever, it's like, Christ, what's behind that door? God knows. Or you must not let it out, or you're not getting out, or whatever. It's like, and yet it's Missy. I suppose, but personally, to me, that the reveal of the vault wasn't as big as I thought it would be.
No.
But alas, we now know it's Missy, and she is now supposedly going to be involved in helping the Doctor save the Earth from these unknown beings. But of course, that is something else to look forward to for the next few episodes. Because in regards to characters, we have no idea who the aliens are, do we?
No.
I mean,
well, actually, if you search up Veritas online, there is a story from Sarah Jane Adventures about it, but an audio thing.
Oh, an audio book.
Yeah.
Yeah, an audio adventure.
There is a background to that name, but whether or not it's the same thing, I don't know. So
that's an interesting point there. I'll have to look that up later on. But I mean, besides the fact we know their intentions, they want to invade Earth. But I can't wait to see what makes these aliens special from like the Daleks, the Cybermen, or any other race that's wanted to conquer Earth.
Although we are aware that the Cyberman will be coming back at the end.
True.
I don't actually know how this series is going to pan out. How many episodes have we got left now?
I believe we're on number
6.
I've actually forgotten what number we're on. I think we're on number 6. Yes, we are. No, I think we're on number 6. Yeah. So if there is the 3-part, if this is the 3-part sequence, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we've got about 4 left. If you exclude the Christmas special, because they always do that. They always say 12 episodes now. The 13th is the Christmas special, and they never normally include it. So we'll have about 4 odd episodes, I believe, which I think will build up towards the regeneration. Because I think that's still fact, isn't it? The Doctor's still going to regenerate at the end of the series. Yeah. So that's this episode in general. There's a lot of unanswered questions, which you would most certainly expect when it comes to a story that pans out 3 episodes, or 2-3 episodes anyway. And of course, Well, where's Nardal for one? Oh, I know where Nardal is now. Oh no, wait, no. He's with all of them, isn't he? Because it never happened. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's really confusing.
I know. It's like, but then, but, I mean, okay. Stephen Moffat looks like he did that deliberately. In terms of writing, it seems he did that to kind of confuse. I think he confuses on purpose.
Mm.
But personally, I think Stephen Moffat is going a little bit too far with this. You know, trying to create these hidden points, because there came a day when obviously Doctor Who comes on Saturday, and you know I'd get a certain buzz from it.
Yeah.
I don't so much anymore. I don't know about you, but it's.
I find Doctor Who. I get excited about the stories, but there isn't any kick there anymore.
No.
I don't know what it is that's missing actually. I think it's just because of the amount that the Doctor Who's writing has changed from Russell T Davies's era. It feels wrong because if you imagine you've got from series 1 to series 4 Russell T Davies era, right? So he was the main editor of everything. He was making sure everything was going the way he wanted it written. Then Stephen Moffat took over. Now I was used to Doctor Who, and I got into Doctor Who from the 2005 episodes onwards, right? Mm-hmm. So I wasn't aware of Doctor Who before then. But anyway, so I was used to this story writing style that we had through Russell T Davies's era. And when Stephen Moffat took over, I just think the spice is gone because I'm not used to... I don't agree with his style of writing. I'm still locked to Russell T Davies's way of writing.
Oh God, yeah. I think because
especially if you look at the differences between the way it's written now, Stephen Moffat's is very childlike. I think you can see adult references, yes, and you can see it's getting advanced. That's true, but it's childlike, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's focusing on children a little bit too much. If you look at the way Russell T Davies wrote his episodes, it was very dark, a little bit. I want to say the word gothic or Victorian. I don't know if that's the right word. It's just the way it was written. It's a very specific style, and I prefer that. And which is why I'm kind of looking forward to Chris Chibnall. I'm hoping he can bring back something of the sort.
Yeah, but no, I agree. And this episode in particular was kind of more of that eye opener to that fact that you've given, and I totally agree. So, folks, I think you'll agree with me, John. That's as much as we can talk about this episode because it is more or less like a. It's more like just to let you know that in the next 2 episodes we're going to have all this going on. This episode is like a filler, I suppose you could say. It's like a filler.
I do think that
preparation.
That there's the ex machina that Stephen Moffat keeps using to get in and out of storylines very quickly. I mean, how he made the Doctor say, "Oh, I fiddled with your wires a little bit. That's why she didn't die."
Yeah.
A bit boring. It's like, when did that happen? You know, it's just slotting things in just to hurry the storyline up a lot.
Yeah,
and
I agree. So
it just doesn't. It's not the right way of doing things, in my opinion. But there we go.
I mean, as much as we can go into this episode, of course, towards the end, obviously in the 3rd part, obviously we'll have a more broader picture on everything as a whole. But for this episode, John, what will be your verdict?
It was good. I just can't grasp it.
Yes.
So I'm going to say... I'm going to be kind. And I'm going to say an 8.
Okay. That's
right on the tip.
Right, okay. To the point, I'm going to just give it a... I'm going to give it a 7. The idea, the plot behind these next 2 episodes is good, interesting. I want to know a lot more about these aliens, because no one knows who they're going to be or what their purpose might, who they actually really are.
I'm intrigued about aliens.
Yes,
I'm intrigued about
but it's just the other bits in between that kind of has let this one down, to be honest. So, folks, that is all that we can reveal for this episode, or all that we can talk about, sorry, for this episode, and we do hope you've enjoyed. And of course, do please leave your verdicts as to what you thought of the episode. Also, do comment below as to what you thought of it as well, and because we'd love to know exactly what you think. And do let us know if you feel the same way that we do, or if you feel differently, because we're very open to hear your opinions. Yeah. So, folks, until the next video, we will see you soon. And of course, do remember, one thing is that next Saturday, the Doctor Who Experience Tour video is going to be released. Ooh. So, when you wake up in the morning on Saturday morning, it will be there for you to watch.
Ooh. Or, if you're in the UK and you're still up, you can watch it at 12 o'clock midnight on Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah. So about 00:00 AM Saturday, yeah.
I don't think everyone would be that desperate, but alright. So, see you soon, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, guys.
Thank you, folks, for watching. If you enjoyed, do please leave a like or comment below on this video.
If you want more, on Jack's side is the last video and the recommended video that we've suggested to you.
To stay tuned for more, on John's right is the link to our channel so you can subscribe, and also we have a link to our website if you want more information about who we are and what we do. Until next time,
take care, stay safe,
and remember,
let your geeky side out. Bye bye, guys.